Hello, friends of the universe. It's been a while. Recently, something pretty interesting happened. If my left hand is usual thought, i.e. the internal monologue that's produced by the mind which appears to make links between things you see in external reality to past memories, as well as links to imaginary events. So, for example, looks at a water bottle and goes, ooh, there's water in that water bottle, ooh, seaside, ooh, etc., etc. So if this left hand over here resembles thoughts which are usually unconsciously produced by that aspect of this, then this is what I did to that. If this resembles conscious Haseeb went, interesting. Dop. Such peace, much wow. And that is what this video is on, about how I blasted my thoughts away. Now, you may be wondering, what kind of crazy person are you, Haseeb? Why would you want to get rid of your thoughts? Do your thoughts not make you different from animals? Do you want to be an animal? Do you want to be primitive again? No, I don't know. I should say, I don't know. So, after meditation, about a week ago, I became aware of this thoughtless state that I'd been sort of plopped into. And it's strange to describe because it's like you can still think, but there's no thought attributed to your process of thinking. It's like you're still you, but without the thoughts going on. You're you over here, and this is thoughts over here, but it's not an over here and an over here. There's a separation between them, and you can pay attention to thoughts when you like to. Note on that later. Or you can distance yourself from thought. So thought, again, being the mostly unconscious thought, which your mind just sort of concocts all the time. And it was a really freaking peaceful state of being. It's like you're not everywhere anymore, you're just here in the moment. It's like it's given me the power to be in the now. I bought that book afterwards. Yeah, that's what happened. So linking into that, over the last few months, I feel I've been in a sort of limbo state. Like, not quite past Haseeb, but not quite there with future Haseeb. Future Haseeb I see as productive, but not needing negative thought structures in place to make him productive. Past Haseeb was I really don't want to fail. My life is going to be really bad if I don't succeed, and I'm not going to get the things that I want in life, so I'm going to do it because I don't want that. But future Haseeb is leaning more towards a state of being in which Haseeb desires to do something and does that thing because Haseeb desires to do it, not because Haseeb is scared of the opposite of happening. What I'm trying to say is, a few months ago, not even a few months ago, it must have been, for the first time, it was probably years ago, but a memory that comes to mind as I'm speaking is probably about a year ago. I think it was during summer, after I'd done a complete cycle of Upa Yoga. I was put into that state, and it's a strange state to be in when you're used to not being there. It's a completely different state of being. That's what it is. And once you're in it, it's like you have to relearn how to do things. I remember the first time when I was in that state, I literally just lay on the ground looking at the ceiling because it was fun, because it was nice to just look at the ceiling. And I was just sort of studying this peaceful state within, because it's like there's no negative thoughts, there's no compelling thoughts, there's no pulling thoughts to the future of possible future events, or there's no thoughts pulling you into the past. You're just completely there in the present, and I didn't know what to do with it, so I was just looking up at the ceiling, and that's how I started off this year. So to any friends watching this video, that's one of the potential reasons for why my grades were really bad last semester. It's like after a big change, there's a bit of readjustment period. I think I was just readjusting into this new state of being, and I don't know why this state of being has happened now. Maybe it's just the culmination of all the meditation and whatnot. I don't know how to do videos anymore that aren't scripted. This video started off as I was going to explain my journey to the thoughtless state. I think in the book is The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, by the way. When a thought subsides, you experience a discontinuity in the mental stream, a gap of no mind. That's what he refers to it as. So I'm in this no mind state one way in which I can become conscious in the moment whenever I get hooked on to the mind that makes the links between the thoughts is by doing things that I'm doing really slowly. I tend to do things really quickly when I'm doing it subconsciously because my brain's like used to it, and like speech is like super quick. To be conscious of it, I slow everything down, including my breathing, just to assure myself, I guess, that I'm in control of it. So whenever I'm walking, I like walk super slowly, but maybe I should do the same with speech. Maybe because I'm still coming to terms with this new state, I need to give it time to readjust. So the book and a few other spiritual gurus, such as Sadhguru, speak about how your mind is a tool which you have access to, but it's become more of a disease because it's like you're enslaved by it. Or I think it was Sadhguru that mentioned it's as if you've been possessed, but you're so attached to the thing that's possessed you that you think it's you. I think that's really accurate. When the mind or the possessing entity feels like you're trying to distance yourself, it plays tricks on you. It does. So I was trying to distance myself from the thoughts this morning. Subconscious thoughts would pop in my mind of, oh, there goes my mind doing that again. And then I'd get hooked into that thought process again. And then a few moments later, I'd find myself hooked into the mind again. And it's like it had made this entity that makes it seem like it was looking down, not looking down, but observing itself. And I'm here and sort of looking through that glass, but attached, which is what I don't want. It's tricky to explain, but once you experience it, it's the craziest thing, yet the coolest thing at the same time. Because the book also speaks of other states of mind, which you can become aware of once you detach, because you're so attached in this one state of being or state of mind that you don't know of all the others that exist around it. It's so cool that there's other ones. That's craziness. That's craziness. Okay. How did I start off this video? Yeah. Thank you, mind. Maybe the mind has its advantages. It does, though, because it's very, very good at making links, which is great for creativity in the sense of maybe script writing, and it links into your imagination very nicely and your memories. So it's very, very good at picking out memories which are linked into what you're talking about. It's a great tool, but it can also be your downfall. I mean, it was mine, because I would get to the point where I'm so attached to the mind. It's like I became so attached that I forgot how to have conscious control of my body. Like I'd spend days locked into my mind doing its subconscious thing, and me just sort of chilling for the ride out of conscious choice to begin with, but then I would get so attached with that chilling that it would be very, very hard for me to not be chilling anymore and actually be productive, which is why I started being like, no way, Jose, that's not happening again. Anyway, so the meditation that I do is the alms specifically. In the video for the Upa yoga practices, it does say, I believe, do each chant. The yoga is basically sitting in cross-legged posture with an erect back and relaxing everything, and then going for one whole breath, and then do that 7 times, I believe it says, and then and as well. I actually do 11. I don't know why 11 works. I think it's a prime number thing, but I don't know why prime numbers work. I tried 11 and 11 worked. 12 doesn't work as well, weirdly enough. 11 seems to be the one for me at the moment. If you focus on the vibration specifically and don't give a fuck about anything else. Let's try not to get flagged here, Haseeb. Any other distraction, any car that's going by, any flatmate that walks by, any thought that you have of, oh, I should be doing this, or anything that's like, oh, I'm really uncomfortable right now, or I can't be bothered. Ignore it completely and just push through and realign your attention to that vibration. And then after the 11th, I usually take one deep breath where I focus on my breath, and anything that feels subconscious, I surpass. So my subconscious breath would be like, not literally, but it's about that length. So I usually tend to go maybe twice that length. So my conscious breath would sound more like, so that conscious breath is there to detach you from a subconscious mode of thinking. for me, it finishes off the meditation nicely, and then it just leaves me in that state of no mind, as referred to in the book. But then comes the hard bit of trying to keep in that state, because the mind plays tricks on you, my dear. But yeah, I would 10 out of 10 recommend this state, but not when you've got exams straight after, because I was in this state for a solid 2 weeks, and I can't describe it. It's not joyful, it's not peaceful, it's somewhere in between. It's a very balanced state to be in, but don't do it when you don't have time to readjust, is my recommendation. Or if you like jumping in the deep end, F it, do it. I will not be held responsible because it was your decision. I gave you the warning. I told you the story of how I effed up my exams. But it's beautiful now because it's like I can think about doing something and I just sort of do it because I'm conscious of the control of my body. But then it might just be this week that I've gained conscious control for whatever reason. So yeah, today is the day where I've been in it the longest. Over the past few days, I've sort of been in and out of the state, but today is the day that I've just stuck to it. Yeah, I'm still in it. It's kind of beautiful. It's kind of a beautiful state. A worryless state as well. Because, oh yeah, you've got to be honest with yourself, dude. My dudes, honesty is the best policy if you would like this state. Because I would get memories which I guess trigger me, that my mind would bring up whenever I tried to, not even whenever I tried to disassociate, but whenever I would feel slightly more conscious, I would get those memories which I don't want to look at. And I would be like, I don't want to look at that. I don't want to look at that. I don't think of something else, think of something else. But because I was thinking, think of something else, my mind was like, fuck yeah, I've got him again. It would just grasp control of my actions again because I would let my guard down for a moment and get distracted by this feeling of not even an embarrassing memory but a humiliating one. I won't say what the memory is, but you know those memories you have that you just don't want to look at. But I would get those shown to me, and then my body would be put into that emotional state, and I would be like, I don't like this. I don't like this. Think of happy thoughts. Then recently, I started accepting it. I was like, yeah, that happened. I know it happened. Thank you for telling me. And I just sort of didn't let it affect me in the way that it had. It did two things. It let me come to terms with those memories, I feel it has. It also let me disassociate from the mind better. Maybe that's why this week is the nice one. Although it's Thursday, so I don't know. So linking back to where I started this video again, I had this meditation about a week ago that I discovered does this, and I would recommend it, but discretion is advised, so be careful. But now, it's time to actually go and be productive and revise for my exam, because I can actually do so now. Cool. Updates on self. So my hair is a little bit longer now. I think you saw it earlier. It's like down to here. I'm debating getting it cut, but then I don't know. Excuse the spots as well. I've been in exam season. I don't think I've worn this jumper yet on this camera, and I noticed I haven't uploaded on this channel in a while. Welcome to the 2 new subscribers. I don't know who you guys are, or girls, or non-identifying general people. Welcome. I don't know what this video was, but I think I'll end it here. Keep meditating, have an open heart, quit overthinking, and just freaking do, damn it. Just freaking do. Quit overthinking in the sense that you disassociate from your mind. I guess I've finally done it. I guess I've finally quit overthinking, and I'm freaking doing. I guess we'll see how long it lasts. Just freaking do. I'm doing it. You can do it too. If I can turn into a doey kind of person, who's to say you can't? Let's both be doey kind of people, and let's do something which makes this world a better place. Cool. And I guess I'll see you pretty soon. Bye.